What happened to your bizarre adventure? Once one of the most dominant anime games on Roblox, YBA pulled in hundreds of thousands of players, built a massive community, and became pretty much a staple of JoJo Bizarre Adventure fans on Roblox. But today, just everything feels different. I mean, lower player counts. I'm keeping that in to show even I make mistakes. Lower player count, slower updates, and a divided community. So in this video, we're breaking down how YBA rose to the top, what caused its decline, and the role of one of the most iconic gangs in the entire YBA, the Peacemakers. But let's rewind. Your Bizarre Adventure, often called YBA, it was created by Uzuki and launched during the golden era of anime games on Roblox. I'm going to say like 2019-ish, probably a little bit earlier, I'm not going to lie. Either way, what made it stand out? Firstly, the combat. I mean, the combat was actually pretty good. Like, unlike most Roblox fighters at the time, it had skill-based PvP, complex stand abilities, and an actual combo system that sometimes worked. And the progression, the grinding for stands, arrows, and rare evolutions, it gave players a constant goal. Getting something like Made in Heaven or the World Over Heaven, it really was not easy at the time. And getting it just made it so much more satisfying. And of course, lastly, the community, gang wars, trading, PvP tournaments. YBA just wasn't a game, it was a social ecosystem. Which brings us to one of the most memorable parts. Like, at its peak, YBA wasn't just about stands, it was about gangs. That kind of rhymes. Who knows? Players built groups, formed rivalries, and created reputations that spread across the servers. Some gangs became well known, others became pretty much unforgettable. And one of the names were the Peacemakers. Despite the calm sounding name, the Peacemakers, we were a serious presence in the community. I mean, come on. We were known for strong coordination and fights, skilled PvP players, a recognizable name that carried weight in gang interactions. But we weren't just another group. We had an identity, people knew who we were. That's why they jumped us most of the time. And that alone says a lot about the game. But, I mean, the Peacemaker's fate, it didn't fade out naturally. So at some point, we were shut down because the situation is a bit controversial. Who knows? Apparently, some of the allegations, I don't know how truthful this is, and I kind of forgot it because this was a while ago now. Some of the allegations where some members were involved in ban evading, I'm pretty sure. But importantly, I don't think this was ever clearly proven or universally confirmed. Like, it's just like a lot of situations on online communities now. Information just spreads quick and not always is reliable. So I'm not sure what quite happened, but that is my suspicions on it, because again, this was a while ago. I mean, whether it was a bad moderation decision, internal issues, or the weight of accusations, we just stopped being an active force in YBA. Like, we just completely left. And for many players, that moment marked a shift from YBA to Roblox's Unbreakable, which is a debatably more polished version of YBA. Because, I mean, there was an issue of combinations that made the game awful. There was slow updates. I'm pretty sure it took 6 months for them to update the game, whereas like different other Roblox JoJo's games take 1-2 months. Sure, it's less, but it still adds more content. And I mean, the updates just became infrequent, overhyped, and sometimes underwhelming. Sticky fingers. What was that? Once you had let your dreams stand, what was next for the game though? I mean, for a lot of players, me included, it just became grind, PvP, repeat. Without new systems or meaningful progression, the game just started to feel stale. And I mean, the community, as the competition increased, so did the toxicity. Oh my god. The gang wars turned from these fun little rivalries, just like a big group PvP thing into just trash talking, exploit accusations, and just an overall burnout of the game. Even major groups weren't immune to this shift. Over time, just many players have just left. I think one of the big issues as well, like when YBA really started to fall off huge, was when they changed their original map to the newer map. And that really says something, that you could build a map so iconic that anyone could recognize it any time because hundreds of thousands of players. It was pretty much the block's route of JoJo's. But now, like, just the player base has dropped. The gang activity is pretty much dead. It's less active, less structured, or just completely gone. The golden era of YBA and gang wars slowly disappeared. Even iconic names such as the Peacemakers became a memory of an active force, and without the social backbone, YBA just lost something huge. It was community-driven identity. So, is YBA dead? Not exactly. The game still has a loyal fanbase, occasional updates, which they've actually been getting better at recently. They have done a lot more updates within 2026, so they've definitely done a lot more there. And a legacy that's just hard to ignore, but it's no longer what it once was. YBA's story is a reminder that success in games isn't just about mechanics. Except, Tuscat 4. Oh, sorry. It's about consistency, community, and evaluation. And while groups like the Peacemakers may not dominate like they used to, they represent something important. A time when YBA wasn't just a game, it was a world players truly felt a part of. So if you played YBA during its peak, let me know in the comments. What was your gang? And do you think the game could ever make a comeback? I mean, considering the alternatives of Roblox JoJo's currently, you've either got Roblox's Unbreakable, which is pretty decent, or Bizarre Lineage. And we all know exactly what the owner of the game is like, so, I mean, just don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.